Good evening, I'm Gobby Roslin, and welcome to a special end-of-season edition of Get Gobby. Tonight we have 4 of the best premiership managers of all time. So please give a huge welcome to King of the Underachievers, Spurs boss Robin the Pie Shop, Tony Kidd of Chelsea, King of the Bin Bookers, Jim Cognito, and the man who has everything, Manchester City boss, Greg Warren. Now, first of all I must congratulate you, Greg. What an amazing season. The Premier title, the FA Cup, League Cup, Charity Shield, Euro Super Cup and the Champions League all in one season. If you had to sum up how you're feeling in one word, what would it be?
Smug.
And rightly so. Okay, let's get down to business. First question. Do you feel you met your expectations this season? We'll start with Greg.
Well, I met the board's expectations and by far exceeded my own. I wanted the league and the cup. I didn't expect to win everything. I'm surprised how well I did in the head-to-heads, which I feel made the difference.
Robin?
No, we failed. I thought we would win the league, but finished behind all of them. I also wanted to win my first cup. Shit season.
Jim?
Pretty much, yes. Of course we hoped to retain our title, but knew it would be very difficult. But we finished with more points than last time, so I can't fault the players. We were expected to struggle in the Champions League and many thought we wouldn't make it out of a very tough group, but not only did we win the group, but went all the way to the final, so I'm happy with how the season went on the whole.
And Tony?
Well, I think it went exactly as I expected. Roman wanted the Euro Cup, but then I wanted some transfer money in the facilities upgrading. Peanuts and monkeys.
And your highlight of the season?
Apart from my post-match messages from Eva, nothing.
Well, I'd have to say getting to the Champions League final.
There are so many to choose from, but I have to say winning away at Charlton. It was the toughest away game I played all season and I admit, we scabbed it. Made me believe we would win the title.
Robin?
In the cup final. Despite having a player sent off for no reason, we went 2-0 up.
And the low point?
In the cup final after our second goal, Greg's boys started to play and they give us spanky.
Same game. Winning in the cup final, and rather than hearing any congratulations from the beaten finalist I was berated as if I had cheated, and it killed the moment of winning the cup.
Cheat.
Well, I suppose it's the Champions League final. When we scored the late equaliser to take it to extra time, I must admit I really fancied our chances. So when City scored straight after the restart was a big disappointment.
Mine has to be losing to Charlton in the Euro Cup. I really thought we could go on to win it.
And who would you say was your player of the season?
Doumbia, followed by Kovalev. Excellent debut season for him.
It's extremely hard to pick out one individual. Van Dam had another great season, as did the Beast, and the rest of the back four. But I'd have to say Szczesny. He was exceptional throughout.
It would be easy to give it to Arcega, but I expected his quality. For me it's a toss-up between Pizzini and Carmena. 2 players that should be squad players, but when I lost both defensive mids to long-term injuries in the same game stepped up. I go for Pizzini.
Colombo. He wears a dirty mac and drives a funny little car, but he always comes up with the goods in the end.
Okay, next question. What are your plans, hopes and expectations for next season?
Simple. To win a game against these cheats. I also expect to win the league and all the cups too.
To look to the future and continue to scout for the best players around the world. Look to bring a few kids through. I may buy 1 or 2 players who are ready now. Maybe 1 striker and let Liang go, and 1 centre-back and left-back. I have a quality kid coming who won't be ready this year, but next year he'll be looking at a possible first choice. I certainly don't expect to spend much money though. Certainly not all my budget. I do need to replace Company though. He's 33 years old and has been my main man. I don't know if he'll see out the next season as he is already on the decline, and I'm not convinced that Tunkar is up to the job. Besides him I only have Sauls. That's only 3 recognized central defenders. Luckily no injuries has meant I didn't need more. Replacing him alone however may cost me about 50 million for the right player.
I'm quite fortunate that I have a pretty young squad, so not much movement from us this summer. Dale Jennings will be leaving, so we'll be bringing in a replacement striker, but any other signings will be young prospects, providing we can find any. There seems to be a severe shortage of quality kids at the moment. Our aims for the coming season will be the same as last time: to challenge for the title and cups.
Tony?
Same as this. 3rd in league, decent cup runs, and wean out more old foreigners to be replaced by exciting young homegrowns. Don't really have anyone ready to step up to the first team though. Only Ellison and Lopez made any inroads stepping up this year. We'll try for 1 or 2 marquee signings to keep us in the race and replace Cahill and Mata, but generally pleased with what I have.
What for you was the funnest moment of the season? Robin, you can start us off.
Nothing is funny. Football is serious.
No competition. It has to be the moment Robin spent 20 million on Eric Deal then realized he wasn't homegrown.
Mine is similar. Signing Rossi last summer, thinking he was trained in nation. Quality.
Well, it's not for me to deny Robin the full set, so I'll go for Joe Hart's own goal in final game against Spurs, just for the screams of exasperation from Bishop. And Bishop thinking he could win the league. And then losing to all of us. Twice. And in the cups.
None of them is funny. You are all cheats. Picking on me all the time.
And who would you say is your star of the future?
I am not telling. Last time I told them off my good goalkeeper, Jim stole him from me. Dirty cheat.
Tony?
I'll tell you his name when I've signed him. From the current Chelsea side, Joe Ellison, but that's mainly because he's young and English. In all fairness, he's good Prem level, but you got to play the hand you're dealt.
I would have to say my young centre-back, Shiani. He's only 18, so not ready for the first team yet, but has played in a few cup games so far and expect him to feature in a few more this coming season.
I got a few, but Arnold Pole looks freaking mustard. He'll be the one that I think will break through this year and one of the reasons if I sell Niang I potentially won't buy a replacement.
Sounds like good stuff. Robin, you've just signed Uzil and Oliveira. 2 quality players, but do you worry that they won't fit your system?
No. I am changing formation this season. I am building a killer system that will destroy everyone.
Ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha.
Ooh, my turn. Ha 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 ha.
Idiots.
Well, I'm afraid that's all we have time for. The BBC wish to apologise for the lack of editing and making a rushed job of this programme. This is due to the original recording getting erased and the director losing interest in doing this remake. Good night.